This is Mike Ellis with the 3RRCUltra Race Scene channel here on YouTube, and tonight I'm lucky to be here to be joined by a couple teammates in Tom Gilbert and Susie Swinehart. So first off, welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
So yeah, awesome. So I want to start off with Tom here and kind of go over kind of a little bit of just tell the viewers a little bit about your running history, how you got started with running. You know, did you run in high school, college, that type of thing? So go ahead and kind of fill us in there.
Yeah, I ran some growing up. Definitely, I did cross country at Woodside Middle School. I remember all that. Played a lot of tennis in high school, and tennis and cross country were the same season. So I picked tennis instead of cross country, so I didn't run cross country at Homestead. So I played tennis all through there, and then I think just at college, didn't really run in college, you know, just did a lot of working out and whatever for stress relief or whatever, but I think I ran just some or whatever, and then came back to Fort Wayne after all that. Well, and then I was in dental school at Indianapolis, and I think I ran much there. I think, just kind of did a lot of working out.
So in the early years, like nothing super serious,
no,
you weren't like high school 800 meter champ or anything?
No.
Okay.
Anybody can do it. Anybody can do this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And then as you got later into life, you did some racing, some 5Ks.
Typical. I was pretty much typical transition there, just 5K, 10K, half marathons. Got doing the Indy Mini, and all that, and then I think I did my first marathon. It's been a long time, but I did Chicago Marathon, so I trained for that. I'm mainly on the River Greenway in Fort Wayne here. Got to know a friend of ours, Mark, and I ran a lot with him at the Y and all that, and then he kind of introduced me and Susie to trail running and ultra stuff too. But so I just transitioned through the whole thing, marathons, and then started doing ultras. Sure.
And I think I met both you guys. I don't remember the year, but I'm gonna guess it was like 2005 or 6 or something when we used to meet and run on the Greenway mostly. At Foster Park. With Mark Beals and a couple other people, Joe Trotsky,
Todd Sullivan.
So
gang,
I mean, back in those days we were just doing Greenway, just training for marathons, I remember. And then I think it was Mark Beals that kind of put the seed in somebody's mind that there are distances longer than marathon, and so.
And I thought, how crazy is it to go do a race in the middle of the winter at the Huntington Reservoir, 3 laps around there, 31 miles or whatever, in just all kinds of crazy snow, ice conditions. I thought, why would you ever do that? It didn't make sense to me. This Mark was really passionate about how much fun it was, and so he got us coming out there, one day and just trying it, and then we were hooked. So that's how it all happened.
So Susie, kind of follow up with that. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about your background growing up and your running history?
Sure. I started running with my dad probably like eight years old. He would do races here and there and sign me up for little 2-3 mile runs, and just really enjoyed that time running with him. And he pushed me to be competitive. So I did run in middle school, high school, a little bit in college, and decided I didn't want to get so serious in college. It was just a little too competitive at that time.
Going back, I do remember a story about your dad when he was running the marathon or something.
Yes.
Yeah, could you tell us about that?
That was an awesome memory. He was training for the Fort Wayne Marathon. It was probably the 1980s.
At the Hooks or something, maybe?
Yeah. It was the really hot year. Like it was 85 or 90. It was really hot.
Sure.
And he wanted me to run like the last 6 or 7 miles with him. So I met him, mile 20, and he looked like death. And he was totally overheated and, dehydrated. Wanted to quit. And he sat under a tree to get some shade and to cool down. And it's like, I'm going to call it quits. I'm done. And I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't have any of that. I said, no, you're not. I'm just like him. I'm like, I came here to run you into the finish line, and we're going to do it. And we ran to he finished.
Awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah, it was fun.
And so then when you went to college, did you run in high school, college?
Yeah, I ran in high school at Homestead, and then I went to Ball season there,
Mhm.
cross country. Also made basketball team.
Oh, really? Okay.
And,
Didn't know
and
that.
then I kind of transferred to several different schools.
Sure, sure.
Kind of hopped around a little bit.
Mhm.
Did you play sports through
I
the whole
was
thing? Even
very,
at IPFW
yeah.
too?
Mhm.
Even at IPFW, I did some basketball there and cross country with Judy Tillfall.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Just a little bit
Wow.
there. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
we used to run with Judy all the time.
Yeah.
Have some good memories with her. Yeah, I was in a lot of sports, so not just running.
Mhm. Yeah.
She had these two older brothers that she
Yeah,
had. She always
keep
tried
up
to
with.
keep competing with. She's
Yeah.
3 years younger than me and 5 years
Uh-huh.
younger than my older brother. And
Sure.
we all played sports and stuff, and Susie always wanted to be right with us
Uh-huh.
all the time. She would be really upset if she couldn't do something that her older brothers were doing. So
Like super competitive.
she's- yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's just a really
Mhm.
true. She's such a true athlete, you know.
Yeah.
She can just do things.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's all good.
I was looking up some results for you, Tom. To kind of go back, I saw that you did the North Country 50 miler in 2016 and 9:17, which is just an awesome time.
Yeah, it was
Huff 50K in 2015 and 4:37, so that's fast. And then I saw you did Bayshore Marathon this past year or so in 3:13.
Yeah.
And so then you're going to be going back to Boston this year,
Yeah.
right? So I look forward to that. So I'll be there
April
too. So
Yeah.
yeah, coming
Yeah.
up here in a few
We're gonna
months.
run together, baby.
Yeah. Coming back here. So yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So to touch on though, as we kind of approach Western States, which Susie has made this year,
Yeah.
and you'll be pacing pacing and crewing her, but you have some experience in the past from kind of filling in that role. So can you kind of tell us how that's went in the past?
Yeah, I think with her, I think I paced you
At least 3,
4
4.
times. I think I paced you twice at Woodstock.
Yeah, Woodstock
And
twice.
then
Burning
twice
River.
at Burning River.
Yeah.
Twice at Burning River. So I
Yes.
paced
Yeah.
her
4
in
times.
400s. Yeah. And she says I always take the hardest, the hardest part. So it always seems like I'm with you in that mile 60 to 80 range or something,
Mhm.
which I'm not a 100-mile runner, but she tells me that's always her
Uh-huh.
hardest part because it's
Sure.
like you got to get over, and you
Mhm.
got to get over that thing, and then
Yeah.
you hope you get to mile 80 and
Yeah.
you go, okay, I'm gonna finish.
Mhm.
But that is where the doubts come in, and you're just totally
Mhm.
exhausted. Your stomach goes at
Gosh.
mile 60-ish, and so that's
So have there been times when you really had to push her? Because I know
Yeah.
you have some stomach issues in the past and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, there's been times where we just had to keep going, and I can think of. You want to hear my funny story?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. It's just
this-
between us. So.
nobody's gonna come.
Yeah, nobody's gonna hear this. So.
Hey, I'm telling you what, your YouTube channel is
Yeah.
taking off. I've heard.
Yeah.
But it was at the Woodstock, so hallucination run. So this is what
My
your
very
first
first
one.
Hunter. So remember, this is
So
my
about
first.
Yeah.
4 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So 2013 or something like
Mhm.
that. So she was coming around. So I had done a lap with her, and then we were coming around the start finish, and then I was going to do another lap with her. And then Mark Beals was going to finish out with you. Did finish out with you. And so we knew we had a really experienced 100-mile runner coming to do the finish, which was awesome. So my thing was just keep her going, get her to
Mhm.
Mark. And we came through that, and she started having her heart was racing,
Uh-huh.
and she thought she had that she was having an accelerated heartbeat,
Yeah.
and that she was having
Yeah.
a true medical emergency.
Uh-huh.
And we come around there, and it's
Yeah.
3 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
We come to that main tent. There's 2 ladies there, and that's it. And one of them is making blueberry pancakes, and the other one's standing there helping us. And I think Allison was there
Allison
actually.
was helping, 'cause I was shaking. and
Allison
Uh-huh.
was helping. Came up. We didn't really know her then. She comes up.
Mhm.
Susie's shaking, laying on the ground, and she's like, "I'm done. And we're like, "No, you're all right. You're all right." And we're like, "Well, maybe you need to get some food in you." And she's like, "I can't eat anything, and I'm smelling these blueberry pancakes." And I'm like, "Well, heck." So best part about being a pacer is you're not going 100 miles, but you still get to eat all the food.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I make
that's
my
true.
way over to the blueberry pancakes. I'm chowing down some
Uh-huh.
pancakes and letting Allison take care of her. And I come back, and she's like, "I think I need medical attention. I think you guys need to get a doctor or an ambulance here."
I did
And all this.
say that.
Yes, you did. And I'm like, "You're gonna be." I said, "You're fine." I said, "Get up and let's get going. You know you'll regret this if you don't get up and get walking and get going." And she's like, but I think I need a doctor. And I said, I am a doctor. Listen to me.
Yeah.
I can tell you're fine. Get going. And she's
Yeah.
like, you're not a real doctor. You're a dentist. I'm not listening to you. And I'm like, get up. And so and Allison helped and whatever, we got her up and started just walking down that parking lot. Before you know it, she's jogging and everything's good. But that just shows, you know, the thoughts that can come in to your mind. That was her first one. But and how we were just like, you know, and that's really the pacer's job is just to run with them and be a companion, a friend, make sure that you hit all the flags so you stay on course. You're there for safety reasons, obviously, because you know something crazy could happen and you need a companion out there. And you're just I mean, you don't carry anything for them, you don't help feed them and all that, because the runner has to do all that, right? But you're there to just be a companion, be a friend, and encourage. And I know, like, I've heard people say, like, don't have family members pace, because they may, like, feel bad for you and tell you, hey, you're okay, just stop. DNF this one, you're just not going to make it there. But I know her, she knows me, we run together all the time. I think that's the difference. We're running partners, and I know that she would never want to stop. And so my job there is just keep going, let's go. I'm not liking this section either, Susie. This section, it's just tons of climbs. I don't like where we're at either, but we got to get each other through that. And even as a pacer, I mean, you struggle at times too, because it's tough terrain and your legs can get tired too. And so you just kind of go, let's help each other. Let's get through this, and you just get them. You just keep them moving along. But they got they're doing the race. They got to do it. You know, I mean, you got to do it. We're just there to
they're definitely
to be a
pacers
friend.
make a big difference. Can get you to the finish line. So when you don't think you have it left in you. So looking forward to Western States. What miles are you planning on pacing? Have you went that far into the planning yet?
I think I think because we were talking, it's going to be hard at first. So Jason Robertson and I are both pacing her, and he's an experienced 100-mile runner, as a lot of people know also. And in fact, I'm pacing him at Indiana Trail 100.
Okay.
Not even 2 weeks after Boston Marathon, so hopefully I can make it. I told him if I drop off, then Kelly Searbaugh's going to take over from there. But so I'll do some more pacing there. I'll have that'll be some more experience. But out there, so Jason and I are gonna. So I think we talked about me doing, or he might do the middle, might do 60 to 80, and then I might do the end with her, since I haven't really. I don't know. Do you think I've done? Oh, I did Burning River with you at the end. Oh, okay. So so I don't know. We're kind of, you know, whatever works out.
It's a good place to switch. I know I was there at the river, because that's like 80 miles. So once you cross the river, you're 80. I know that's where we switched pacers last year. So that just seems to kind of work well. So that might be.
Jason and I were wondering.
That might be something.
We could switch 10, 10, 10, 10, but then Randy Troyer was telling us that would be very difficult to do. So most people just do 20 and 20 and 10. So that's what we'll do.
Nowhere between miles 62 and 80 to switch. So you have to do 62 to 80.
So we'll do that. I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable time. We got a great crew. Jason's wife Arden is going to be there, probably driving the car, the van, whatever, and just helping to keep us all moving along. I mean, that'll be just ideal to have somebody driving the vehicle.
And it'll help to have two teams there, because somebody falls behind, somebody can always, you guys will recognize the other runner and kind of help out if needed. So
that's true.
That'll make a big difference. So it'll make a big difference. So Susie, if you, and when you look at what you've done lately, it's like, wow. Kind of going back, kind of look at here, you did Burning River in 22-26, you did Thunder Rock 100 last year in 22-59, or your second place, done the Hub 50K in 4:25, you done Tunnel Hill 50 in 7:28, you did Woodstock in 20 hours and 8 minutes, you did Mohican 50 in 9:02, which is super impressive, because I've been on that course many times. You did IT 100 in 23:45. You've done Burning River again in 24:48. Mohican 50 back in 2014 in 11:06. So I did notice that you went from basically doing the Mohican 50. You went from 11:06 to 9:02 in like 1 year.
I did it that year. I ran it as a training run actually. The 11:06 year. So it kind of I think I was training for Woodstock.
So those are just some very impressive results. I did notice you did
podium finishes.
You did the Hub 50K back in 2008, which I think was my first 50K, and you did that in 7:37.
That was bad.
So I mean, I barely finished. I think I was like 7:30ish too myself that year. It was a really muddy year, but you know, if anything, hopefully that gives people, you know, that are starting out, just, you know, an idea that, you know, just because you don't start out on the podium doesn't mean that, you know, you can't get there.
Right.
So, as we look forward to Western States, can you kind of tell us like what your mindset is right now, how training's going?
Right now I'm feeling pretty optimistic now that I'm recovered from illnesses and feet hurting, and things are feeling pretty good right now.
Sure.
So I'm back to running, following my training plan, doing speed work and hill work, and trying to do some decline running to prepare my quads.
Sure.
Strength training a couple days a week, 3 days a week.
Awesome. I know in the past you've had a coach,
Yes.
her name's slipping my mind.
Michelle Yates.
Awesome
Coach. I did have her.
Are you self-coach now, or are you still
Now
with her?
I'm not. I have Stephanie Peppercorn.
Okay.
Is
Awesome.
coaching me with strength and with my nutrition, and
Cool.
she's just wonderful. Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. And then as we look forward to Western States, what type of challenges do you see happening? Obviously, you have your pacers, you know, already set up and stuff like that. So what types of things are you worried about, I guess?
Worried about the rattlesnakes. But I think that'll be okay.
Yeah, somebody said that they don't attack the first person, they attack the first person gets them going, and then they come after the second one. So
I
they
need
said
to
make
run
sure
it-
the pacer is behind.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it'll be me that'll take it.
Yeah.
I have to have
I
some
kinda
iron
like
socks on.
leading, although with him, it's pretty good when he's pacing me. He does a good pace.
Yeah, do you like being in front or
It
the?
depends on where I'm at. If I'm feeling pretty good, I like to be in front, 'cause I think I push the pace a little more that way.
Sure.
Especially on the downhills. Like in Thunder Rock, I should have led more, instead of having my pacer in front, 'cause I think I slowed down too much that way.
Yeah. Now out there, obviously you'll be running more in a mountainous situation, so you have any experience with that? Kind of heading out there?
Thunder Rock, was kind of in the Cherokee National Forest and a little bit.
Do you remember what the elevation went up to?
It was like, well, doesn't have a lot of altitude. So really nothing compared to what I'll probably run at Western States, but it was like 18,000
total vertical. Okay.
vertical,
Yeah.
so very similar.
Sure.
To Western States.
Awesome.
Not as much downhill, 4 miles straight at a time. I'm sure the quads are gonna take a beating.
Yeah, I can tell you from experience, there's a lot of downhill, so that's something different that obviously you don't see, you can't mimic that anywhere here in the Midwest. So it'll be something. The one thing that will help you, so you're going out for the training runs that are like, Memorial Day?
Memorial Day
weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll be going out there for that, right?
Yes.
So that'll help you out a lot. How is that, how do they do that? Is that over like 3 days or something?
You run the last 70 miles over 3 days.
Wow, that's
So
nice.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Mike, when does what mile is the hottest part of the race? Because the heat is such a huge factor out there.
So, mile 38, which is called Dusty Corners, once you go through there, from there to about 55 or so is probably like your hottest part. So that's when you'll be going up and down. There's a lot of ups and downs, and you're going down into the canyons. So when they talk about the canyons, and then obviously that's like the hottest part of the day too. It's like
How hot
late
does it get?
afternoon. Typically it depends on year to year, but I mean your canyons you're gonna get like definitely over 100 degrees, unless it just happens to be like, a rare year when it's cool or something. But yeah.
Are you exposed to the sun there too? Some?
A lot, yeah. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of cover.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's many trees.
Yeah.
But I love the challenge.
Yeah.
Of this. Like there's so
Yeah.
many different variables that you have to put into play and prepare for. And I think
Sure.
I'm really big on preparation. And that's kind of why my favorite football player of all time was Peyton Manning, because he was so huge
Yeah.
on preparation. And I kind of take that from him. So anyways, I had to bring him in. So, preparing for the heat, you have to, what are you going to do? You're going to have the places to put ice, your buff and the, whatever. And having extra water bottles and drinking enough water and electrolytes.
Sure.
And then you have the climbing, and then you have the downhill. So I'm doing a lot of strength training to strengthen those areas that are going to need it. So a lot of
stuff to strengthen the quads and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Just a lot of different things to
Yeah.
prepare
The other
for.
day you posted that you were doing some hill running out at
The landfill.
Yeah, at the landfill.
At the landfill.
Wait, I don't know if that's legal or not.
No, hey, no one's listening, so it's just us. So
Yeah, we were doing a crazy run out there one day, just kind of going around Fox Island, and we just kind of were going along this back road, and we're like, oh, this big huge hill up the landfill,
yeah.
and of course I'm just like, oh man, I was like, that huge hill, and Susie just goes, man, that would be awesome for hill work. She just automatically thinks that way, and then she tells me she's crept back there the other day, just checking it out. I was like, she just said, I just went up and down, up and down.
That's
up
great.
And down.
You can't find, it's hard to find hills around here. Getting these
Creative.
sustained training. Yeah. So it beats you to that at parking garages, I think.
That's another
Here
thing.
in Fort
Sam
Wayne,
Bird
so.
was doing parking
Yeah.
garages.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, as we get ready for Western States, any other things that, I mean, what's your overall impression as you get ready for the race? I mean, obviously nervousness,
Yeah.
but I mean, what's your expectations?
I want to have fun. I want
Uh-huh.
it to be memorable.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
just to enjoy and soak it all in. I mean, I'm going to be running with elite runners
Yeah.
that are, you know, it's going to be cool to be running the same races as these
Yeah.
So that's number one, for everyone to enjoy it, my crew
Mhm.
and pacers, and just to have a fun time. Because it could be a once in a lifetime thing. I
Yeah, you never
don't know.
know. Yeah.
It's an expensive trip. I don't know if I'll do it.
And then just getting in, for those of you who don't know, I mean, just to get in, I mean, you have to qualify, then you have to get into the lottery, and then, I know for me it took 5 years. It took you, what, 2 or 3?
I was, this is my third year.
Third year, so yeah, it does take a while,
I got
so.
pretty lucky. I only
Yeah.
had a 4% chance.
Yeah.
But other than that, I might still have my competitive goals of, you know, if everything were to go perfectly, you know, could I run 22? You know, I don't know. I don't know what to expect, because it's a different course. I don't know. I don't run in altitude that much, and I know there's the early sections in the altitude.
Sure.
But, you know, I always set my goals high.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
If everything were to go nice, I'd love to top 10 female, but that's very lofty. I don't really expect to do that, but
So you have
I'll
like
do
an
my best.
ABC goal or
Yes,
whatever.
and then a sub 24, get that silver
The
buckle.
silver
would be my
buckle,
beat.
yep.
And then
Yeah.
it's just finish. You know,
Uh-huh.
I've never dropped. I don't want to need some wood to. I've never dropped out of 100, and
Yeah.
I don't plan on it.
Your pacers aren't gonna let you do
No.
that, so you don't have to worry about that.
No,
Yeah.
so, yeah, I mean, it's a great race. I remember just at the start line, you just have to really like pinch yourself, because it's just like, I don't know, that's like the Super Bowl of ultra running. I mean, you're right there, and it's like all the years that you train and stuff, and then you're finally there. Just, you know, just enjoy it. I mean, it's just a once in a lifetime opportunity, and like you said, you know, you might not ever make it back. I mean, you like to think that, you know, you'll keep running ultras, but you know, like for somebody at my age, you know, you just never know. You know, nothing's guaranteed, so it's just a great opportunity.
So
I am old. I am old. I am old. So yeah. So I mean, in closing, you have any closing thoughts about? I mean, kind of what your expectations are for Western States?
No, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just kind of like, it's going to be a great experience. I mean, we are thankful. You mentioned there's two teams going from Fort Wayne, and we're all friends. We all run together. We're all going to stay at the same like house condo thing or whatever. We got this big condo rented, and we're all going to stay there. So it's going to be just a blast. What a great experience.
Sure.
We're just going to have so much fun out there, and we're all out there to have fun and to help these, you know, Susie and Randy finish the race. And I can't imagine what it's going to be like, because I've never been out there doing anything like that either. I mean, this is a great opportunity. I'm thankful that she asked Jason and I to help her out with that, and you know, we both run with her all the time. We know each other so well, and what it takes to get through that I think will be a big benefit to her, and we're just we're gonna enjoy it so much, and we're all such close friends that it's
It's
that's what it's
amazing
all
just
about.
when you're walking around, you see some elites out there that, you know, you only see on like I Run Far and YouTube channel and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're like, wow, there's whatever Anna Frost, or there's like Billy Yang or somebody like that, you know.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing is that they'll just walk up and talk to you like any normal person would, and, you know, there's no attitudes or Ryan Powell or somebody like that. You know, you can just, and you know, you can just talk to them. So that's amazing. So, Susie, any like closing expectations or comments you have for the race?
Nothing else, I just,
Yeah.
I just hope we all enjoy it and are successful.
I'm sure you
Bring
will
home those
be.
buckles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we look forward to following Susie on her Western States journey, and thank you to both of you guys for joining me tonight. And just the best of luck, and enjoy it. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So thanks.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks
Yeah.
for everything you're doing.
No,
Yeah.